Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Huge event at Soldier Field. Another one. And we'll get to that in a second. First off, let's finish up a little bit of this Indiana-Illinois war battle. First off, 815 texted in. Said if you want the best war music, use the Halo theme 1 minute in. Oh. There you go.
It's a little jazzy.
Well, because when you don't hear the beginning, in case you're not a gamer, this is what I lived with for 8 years of my life. That the first open, this is where you want to start the war stuff. Oh.
Wait, what is the deal with it, like, being in the wilderness? Like, oh, why is all that happening? You know, all of it.
Oh.
Where does Halo take place?
Well, in space.
It's in space.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. How stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Oh, my God.
What's stupid about that?
You should be embarrassed.
Kenzie, you can't just throw out it's stupid because a video game takes place in space. I'm not going to allow
You're
that.
fighting a war in space.
Where should they do it? North Dakota?
No, I thought it was like, it sounded like old school. It had like an Avatar vibe to it with the sound. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But like, you're in space.
Yes. The future is space.
You're just in the sky.
You know what?
Floating
We
and
may have to.
fighting?
I may have to suspend sports and get into a whole. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I said a big Soldier Field comment.
What is it with guys in space? Like, just relax.
Because
Star
it's not
Wars, Halo.
Because it's not that cool down here. I want to get out of here.
Have you seen these taxes?
Holy cow.
Space sounds awesome.
That's why this war is happening. By the way, also a myriad of texts saying that when I read our text from our friend in Indiana saying that Illinois people go over there and they buy their hoses, that he meant houses. And we went into a deep dive to see if the hose industry was big in Indiana, and it's not.
So Big Hose is not located in Indiana.
Correct.
That's
I
good to
stand
know.
by, like, he meant they're women.
The houses.
He's taking a hose.
The houses. We go over there. We can take your women. We want your women. All right, let's get to sports. We'll put a pause on. And if any skirmishes are happening on the border, please check in with us at 312-591-8300.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, a huge event announced yesterday coming to Soldier Field. Obviously, in August, we have Oasis, My Chemical Romance, Lumineers at Soldier Field, which we'll give away tickets for shortly, and Clash with Kenzie. In 10 minutes, we'll get you on the phones for that. We also have 2 System of a Down shows. Let's add one more thing to Soldier Field that's not football. It is the rugby tournament, an international class of rugby titans in November. The New Zealand All Blacks will face Ireland in a Soldier Field rugby rematch. In 2016, Ireland upset New Zealand for the first time in 111 years. They've been doing this for 111 years. And that was, of course, the year that the Cubs won the World Series. They went in there and said, if the Cubs can win after 108 years, we can surely win after 111. And they did. And the Irish showed those New Zealand people, the All Blacks, showed them. So this is going to be incredible. The tickets go on sale, a pre-sale tomorrow, and then Friday for all on there. But rugby is one of the fastest growing sports in America.
I believe that.
I went to college with a guy who was my roommate that played rugby for Bowling Green State University. They'd have a round-robin tournament there. Whenever they came there, the bars were destroyed by Monday. Because rugby guys, they're truly the most nuts people on earth that play that sport. No pads. They think American football is a joke.
Did your high school have a rugby team?
No.
Mine did.
Yeah?
They were all insane.
Yeah, they're all nuts, people that play rugby. Kenzie, did you play rugby? I could see you playing rugby.
What the hell?
I could see you just wanting to take people down.
I don't think, is there women's rugby?
There is.
I didn't play it.
Well, maybe we'll sign you up.
God, no.
Cannot
Too
wait.
much.
Cannot wait for that. It's coming up November 1st at Soldier Field, right in the middle of football season, which is interesting because the Bears will have. I know there's not a game that weekend, but still, November 1st, you have to kind of redo the field a little bit for rugby.
I mean, do you?
I don't honestly know.
I don't think so, because rugby's just on grass. It's
Yeah, but
not like a multi-element sport.
But they can't have the 40-yard line in rugby.
What is
Why
it, the
not?
40 kilometer?
You don't even know, though.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
you kid of the 40-yard line. Maybe they need it.
I'll go look at a rugby field for a second here.
You can do that.
In the meantime, the Chicago Cubs signed Justin Turner. After whiffing on Alex Bregman, that's the one guy they really wanted. They got a one-year deal for $6 million, Justin Turner, who at one point was obviously an incredible player. A nice signing. He's 40 years old. Woo. But between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners last season, he had a 259 batting average, 11 home runs, 460 at bats. But in 2009, if you remember the Orioles, wow, what a career he had.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the Dodgers for many years and was absolutely fantastic there. So maybe the Cubs can squeeze the last bit of life out of him.
It'd be nice to get some kind of little, for 1 year, $6 million year.
A nice feel-good story.
Yeah, why not? With the Bulls trading away Zach LaVine, their ratings have dropped since February 1st, 63%. That's number one in the NBA as far as loss of viewers.
This is throughout the entire season. So this is the move to the Chicago Sports Network. Obviously compounded by the Zach LaVine trade. Things have not been, it's not like people tuned in more after that. But for the entire season, moving from NBC Sports Chicago to the Chicago Sports Network, viewership is down 63%. And I'm one of those people. I have NBA League Pass. I watch 29 teams in the league. I can't watch the Bulls from the comfort of my own home.
With NBA League Pass, you can't watch a Bulls game?
No, because it's blacked out. Because they're like, you have a local feed you should
Oh,
watch.
terrible.
I know I'm going to the game on Saturday against the Suns. I'll see the Bulls there. I'm looking forward to it. But in the comfort of my own home, I cannot watch the Bulls this year.
You have to watch the Bulls in person. That's their new rule.
It's like the old Blackhawks 20 years ago.
So dumb. And remember what that led to? 4,000 people showing up for Blackhawks games, and the Wolves games were sold out at Allstate Arena.
That's right.
Back then, the Rosemont Horizon. I bought my antenna 5 months ago, I think, my HD antenna, and it's still in the packaging because I haven't been motivated enough to hook it up. And my apartment does not face the Sears Tower, which I can't figure out how to make a window. I have 15 windows in my apartment that's freezing up the apartment right now. I'm damn cold in there. Not one of the windows faces the Sears Tower.
That's tough.
Can't do it. Can't watch the games. And Kenzie's trying to find the Sears Tower from Elgin with her HD antenna.
Well, I opened both of my antennas, and neither of them worked.
Well, that's because, you should have bought a better one.
You should have bought a better one. I did. I wanted to punch everyone else.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Get on the phones right now. 312-591-8300 for the Lumineers at Soldier Field Saturday, August 30th. Tickets go on sale Thursday with a pre-sale code at 10 a.m. called Better Day. That's the code. You can find it at Q101.com and all of our socials, of course. And then they go on sale. The general on sale is Friday at 10 a.m., but these are free from our great friends at Messina Touring Group. This will sell out. Soldier Field, the Lumineers, 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Kenzie in trivia. If you beat her, you get the tickets. If you don't, we still give them away to everybody listening. So no matter what, Lumineers tickets at Soldier Field coming up.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Let's go. Huge prize. We have Lumineers at Soldier Field. And if Jen wins, she gets them. If she doesn't, we're still giving them out. If Kenzie wins, we are still giving them out to everybody listening. So everybody should hang tight here and see what happens. So Jen, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, hello. My name's Jen. I'm from the big town of North Aurora. And you know what? I'm working today, but I'm going to Ireland in a couple months. And like I said, I don't even drink beer, but I'm going to be the biggest beer drinker of that event.
Well, hell yes.
Girl.
Yeah, I remember when I had my first beer. Let me tell you something about Ireland.
Oh.
I've been blessed to have been to Ireland. My wife is Irish. And when you go there, it lives up to the stereotype that those people can drink. It's not one of those fake stereotypes. It's a real one. So get ready to drink, girl.
All right.
So Brian's like,
All
maybe
right,
I'm
I'm in.
Irish.
I could be a little bit Irish. All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins.
Oh.
Listen carefully, Jen. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Jen.
Tails.
Dropped on the floor. It's tails.
Woo!
How about that? Okay.
Really? You couldn't catch it, right?
I can't catch them all. I'm not Randy Moss.
Oh, I thought you were
You
making
Pokemon?
I thought you were making a Pokemon reference.
Oh, is that a Pokemon reference?
Well,
What is
they
it?
always say you gotta catch them all.
Nah, not me. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I missed Pokemon.
What were you doing during Pokemon's heyday?
I don't know. What are
He
the years?
wasn't with women. He was probably doing something else.
Yeah, 96 is when it started.
96. What was I doing in 96?
Probably this.
I guess. Yeah, I can't remember. Not Pokemon, but no, all respect to Pokemon people that took it up.
Pokemon people,
Yeah,
you say.
all respect.
All right, here's Jen's first question. Go ahead,
How do I
Brian.
get on that wormhole? Okay, here we go. Jen, question number 1. What are the moons in a moons over my hammy sandwich?
The what?
What are the moons in a moons over my hammy sandwich?
Ham.
Ham is not right. Kenzie, what are the moons in a moons over my hammy sandwich?
I think like eggs.
They are not just like eggs, they are eggs. That's
Okay.
a classic at Denny's. And we've learned that Denny's were pouring one out for them, that they're actually hurting these days, Denny's. But so go get one while they last.
That's right.
This is back to Kenzie.
That's right. Cherish the moons over my hammy.
It's so good.
It really is.
It's
Just
basically
the way you're saying it sounds like Miami.
moons over Miami.
That's the joke.
My hammy. But like
My hammy.
I know, but when you're asking a question, it's like, are you talking about Miami?
Moons over my hammy. All right, here we go. Kenzie, other than New Mexico, name a state that borders Texas. Other than New Mexico, which you named properly yesterday.
What's the toothbrush? Oklahoma?
That's right.
Really?
So crazy someplace.
I'm sorry, my machine went weird. Wait, what do you mean? Is there an Oklahoma brand of toothbrush?
No, it looks like one.
Oh,
What?
I did not get that reference at all. Now I get it.
I just thought there's a toothbrush. I'm like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nailed that.
Okay.
nailed it.
So remember, Kenzie, there's 2 more states. The rest of the week we're going to be asking you.
Oh
on.
my god.
Let's see.
2-0 and back to Jen.
Jen, an American snickerdoodle is a type of what?
Cookie.
It's a cookie. There we go. Jen's on the board. Kenzie.
Woo! Thank God.
Kenzie, in what decade did the Beatles play on the Ed Sullivan Show? In what decade?
Ed Sullivan.
Yeah. Big
Well, that's
show.
a long time
A
ago.
little bit. Just give me the decade and we'll be good.
I would guess. Shut up. I would guess. Like, I think their thing was kind of like 60s-ish.
60s is right.
Cool.
Kenzie's got 3. Jen's got 1. But back to Jen for a chance to get up here. Jen, who currently hosts the late night show on NBC? The late night show on NBC.
Oh gosh. Stephen Colbert.
Colbert is not right. Kenzie, do you know?
Late night, I think is Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers is right. Just saw him on the Saturday Night Live 50th over the weekend.
Funny guy.
Bad news for Jen. Kenzie can win with this one.
That's right. 4-1 back to Kenzie. She can dominate right here.
Oh, boy.
I'm about ready to cry. I'm crying over here.
Oh, no.
Suck it, Jen. Okay.
Put her down.
Kenzie, Jafar is the villain in which Disney movie?
Aladdin. You
No,
didn't fit it.
I didn't realize that was so
Nothing but
easy.
net.
Well, look, Jen, I'm really sorry. You seem really nice, and I'd love to just give you the tickets, but we have
Oh.
so many nice listeners, and we can't do it that way anymore. We tried to do that, and it just got too out of hand.
That's terrible.
I know. It is. It's really terrible.
And I got to go to work today as a loser. No bueno. I don't like it.
Well, you could quit, but I don't know how you're going to pay your bills.
Or you could try
Well,
to call in
shoot.
and win the tickets because we're just going to give them away right now.
Well, can I just hold and be that caller? That would be great.
that'd
I'm
be
sure your
cheating.
listeners would appreciate that.
I'm sure they would not appreciate that because everybody listening is happy that you lost and they want the tickets.
See, that's not fair.
I know,
So
Jen.
fun.
Life's not fair, but here's what you do, Jen. Hang up and get ready to call in 3 minutes after Fallout Boy. We will have your chance at those tickets. You'll hear God Bless the Baby, and then caller 10 will get the tickets to the Lumineers at Soldier Field 3 minutes away with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I'm letting the song fade completely out. So we wait the exact 3 minutes, I said. Let's see. We'll wait it. Keep going. It's Fallout Boy 2 1 0.
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Caller 10. You are going to the Lumineers at Soldier Field. This is going to be so sick. And that's also in that whole range of those 5 shows in a row. You got Oasis, My Chem, Lumineers, then 2 System of a Down shows. All in a row at Soldier Field. It's going to be insane that whole week. I always kind of wonder, too, are they just keeping the same stage up and they're all going to share it? Because most bands have their own setup that they want. How do you tear down a stage and set up that massive?
No.
And put up your own.
You really just have to share the stage.
Sharing is caring?
Yes.
There's no way. It's going to be out of control for those 5 days. And we've already talked about August. We have another huge show to bring up when we do music entertainment news at 8:50 that's happening in the area. I really thought things would not necessarily slow down, but I thought this year wouldn't be what last year was, and it's topping last year already. But we'll get to that in a second. First off, we have to pour one out this morning, which is very, very disappointing. Didn't see this one coming. KFC.
No way.
Let me get through all the information before you react.
I'm going to lose it.
You still may say no way after this information, but KFC, the fast food restaurant chain formerly known as Kentucky Fried Chicken, is moving its corporate headquarters in the United States from Kentucky to Texas. The owner has announced. So Kentucky Fried Chicken, even though it's been KFC for even as long as anybody listening probably can remember, is now Texas Fried Chicken. Oh, they're not really changing the name. It's still going to be KFC because KFC's branded, and they're not going to go through all that stuff of redoing the buckets and changing the name on everything on the wrappers.
Okay. Okay. I'm okay.
Are you okay or no?
No, because I thought you were saying they were all closing and all that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's
And
not
then
closing.
Yeah. And it's still going to be called KFC. It's not going to be called TFC.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay. The parent company is called Yum Brands. Y-U-M. What a great name for a corporate entity. Yum Brands will shift its office from Louisville to Plano, Texas. Through KFC, will keep some operations in Kentucky, but according to the KFC Foundation, that's what's happening. Andy Bashar, the governor of the state of Kentucky, said, "I am disappointed by this decision and believe the company's founder would be too." That's Colonel Sanders.
That's the Colonel.
That's the Colonel who passed away, I think, a while ago. The Colonel.
I thought he was born in like the 1800s.
Well, he looked like somebody to be fighting the border war of Illinois, Indiana, pretty much leading the charge in. He died in 1980 at the age of 90. Colonel Sanders.
What a run.
Good run. So the founder would probably be upset. I don't know if his children or grandchildren are around to make that decision. In recent years, many companies have relocated to Texas, attracted by the lower taxes and the business-friendly policies.
See. I was just going to ask. Really? Texas is more affordable than Kentucky?
That's my question, because I know if it was up here, I could see that. Or, I don't know, New York or L.A., they moved to Texas. But I didn't think Kentucky had any problems.
And you think Kentucky would actually do a lot? Like states are interested in, keeping businesses like headquarters and all that. You think they'd be like, what do you need to stay here? What would you like?
Brian, is there any information on, because KFC is part of Yum Industries, which is also Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. As I've said, the Target Pizza Hut is the best pizza in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is there any word on how this might affect Pizza Huts going forward? That's really what I'm more concerned about.
So the decision by Yum Brands is part of a plan to have two headquarters for its main brands, KFC and Pizza Hut.
Okay, I like that. We're focusing on Pizza Hut still. That's good.
That will be in Plano, Texas, while Taco Bell and Habit Burger and Grill will remain in Irvine, California. I'm not sure if there's Habit Burgers here.
I don't think so.
No, I've never heard of that, actually.
I've heard of it, but I don't know if they're here.
I feel like we would have had it been here.
Yeah. Habit Burger.
That doesn't even sound tempting, to be honest.
I never had one, but I have had Taco Bell, and they're in California still. So I don't know if that upsets you, Case, that Pizza Hut's going to Texas too.
I think Texans do a lot of things right. Pizza's one of those things. I have an open mind to it. As long as we're not subtracting Pizza Huts from our in-store Target locations, it's going to be fine by me. If we start seeing Pizza Huts exodus from Target in the same way that Illinois counties are trying to secede from the state to go to Indiana, I will have a problem.
No, that's good to know.
Instead of remember the Alamo, they're going to be like, remember the Pizza Huts in the Target?
That's what they will say. Historians
That's
will
the
one day
new
look
thing
back
on
that.
the state.
And it will live in infamy. Certainly, yeah.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.